Hello, this is Katrine and Dina, and we are about to compare Nights in the Gardens of Spain, Alpha Woman, Beta Man, and How to be Single. And lastly, we will consider which one of these texts that's closest to today's average relationships in the Western society.
First, we'll start off by doing a resume of each of the texts. Nights in the Gardens of Spain is about Rosemary Horrocks, who is the narrator of the play. Rosemary lives on a street where nobody normally gets killed, and therefore Rosemary was shocked when she heard that her neighbor Fran had killed her husband, Mr. McCorquodale. Rosemary gets involved when she sees Mr. McCorquodale lying on his back on the rock in his house. Fran's husband and several other men, including Rosemary's husband Henry, sexually harassed Fran, and therefore she chose to kill him. The play is a monologue. That means it's a speech presented by a single character, most often to express their mental thoughts aloud. The play is divided into smaller parts, which is read out loud from different stage directions. Alpha Woman, Beta Man is an article about where the woman has the dominant role. The woman controls the financial aspect, while the man is lying on his back on the couch and doing nothing.
The novel How to be Single is about an American publisher named Julie who is traveling the world in order to find out how women in other countries cope with being single. She travels to Paris, the city of love, and she meets her friend's brother, Thomas. He owns 3 restaurants, 2 nightclubs, and 6 clubs. He looks like royalty and he's dashing. He thinks that the American woman idealizes marriage so much. Monogamous relationship isn't always the best one. He says that it isn't the real world. It isn't reality. But he says by cheating on their wife is life and helps to keep the marriage exciting. He has a modern view on love. The novel belongs to the genre of chick lit. It's a popular literature about youngish, urban women and their search for love.
Now we'll compare the 3 different texts in order to choose which one is the closest to today's average relationship in the Western society. The 3 different texts shows 3 different kinds of love lives. In Nights in the Gardens of Spain, Rosemary and Henry lives in a conventional marriage, which means the man plays the dominant role. Rosemary wants to leave him, but she doesn't have the courage to do it. Alpha Woman, Beta Man shows the opposite of a conventional marriage, and therefore it's the opposite of Nights in the Gardens of Spain. In the article, the woman plays the dominant role. How to be Single shows love in a very modern way, where it's okay to have an open relationship, and that will lead to happy marriage and love and passion.
The relationship in Nights in the Gardens of Spain doesn't fit the modern Western society. Their relationship is described as a typical marriage in the 1950s. Alpha Woman Beta Man does in some way fit in the Western society's view on marriage. Nowadays, the man does accept that the women are the dominant role. In the article, the man doesn't accept the woman being the dominant role, and therefore the article doesn't fit with the modern Western society. How to be Single shows a relationship that fits perfectly in the modern Western society. The novel shows that a happy marriage doesn't have to be a monogamous relationship. The novel shows a different kind of relationship that nowadays is very common.
And therefore we believe that the novel How to be Single are the closest to today's average relationship in the Western society.
Bye bye, Susanne!